Welcome in this new video. Today I am going to teach you about the electricity. Electricity, the topic which are going to deal with the electric current and circuit. First of all, try to understand what is electricity. We have already know about the electric charges. What are electric charges? Electric charges are the residual charge present on a body after the transfer of electrons from one body to another. So if a body possesses some sort of charges like positive charges or negative charges, so if the charges are stationary, they are present on the surface of the body, they do not constitute electric current. When the charges present on a particular body, it creates an electric field around it and have certain potential, electric potential. When two charges present on two different bodies are connected together with the conducting wire or the medium, the charges start flowing from one body to another body. Means how charges flow through a conductor? You already know that conductors of charges are the electrons, free electrons present in the metallic body or the ions present in the electrolytic solutions. We know that electric conductors are of two types, that is metallic conductors and electrolytic conductors. In metallic conductors, electrons are available to move from one point to another. There is a transfer of electrons from high potential to low potential. Or in case of electrolytic conductors, the carrier of electricity are the ions. That is, ions are of two types, positive ions and negative ions. These ions move towards the opposite electrode, that is, the positive ions move towards negative electrode, that is cathode, and negative ions move towards the positive electrode, that is anode. So this is the mode of transfer of ions or movement of ions or even migration of ions from one electrode to another, or even during the electrolysis ions move in the solution towards the opposite electrode. But we are here concerned with the metallic conductors. When the charges are in motion, they constitute the current electricity. So current electricity means the flow of electrons from one point to another. Now the place where the concentration of electrons is greater is supposed to be negatively charged body, and the body which have deficiency of electrons means if they are devoid of electrons, electrons are removed from the body, then there is a deficiency of electrons there, and acquire the positive charges. But according to the convention, the direction of current is supposed to be from the positive terminals to the negative terminals, from positive potential to the negative potential. That is where the deficiency of electrons is less to the deficiency of electrons more. But actually the electrons are moving from negative potential to the positive potential. Suppose that positively charged bodies is connected to the negatively charged body. What happens? Current is supposed to be moving from positive body to the negative body according to convention, but electrons are moving from negative body to the positive body. But what are the conditions under which the electrons are allowed to move? These are the potential difference. If two electrically charged bodies have certain potential difference between them, only then electrons are allowed to move. Otherwise, if both the bodies have same electric potential, no current will flow through the conductor. The movement of electrons from one terminal to another terminal across the wire or the conducting materials between the two terminals, which is closed, is called electric circuit. So what is electric circuit? It is the closed path of the movement of current between the positive and the negative terminals of the charged bodies. What is the source of this electric current? The source of electric current may be the battery or some other sources like the mains and the earth wire. The hanging wire from the poles are spread from one place to another place, either underground or on the head of the poles. These constitute the positive charges, and the earth is supposed to be the vast reservoir of electrons. So when there is a closed contact between the main lines and the earth wire, there is a closed circuit of the movement of electrons, that is from earth to the positively charged mains wire. This is a broad circuit, but if we want to have a small current electric circuit to create around us in the laboratory, we have to use certain electrical appliances, certain elements of the circuits, and these are known as the elements of circuits or the parts of the circuit. So what is the electric current and circuit? We have already discussed here. Electric current means the charges in motion constitute the electric current, and the closed path of electric current is called electric circuit. See here the equation I equal to Q by T, where I is electric current, Q electric charges, and T the time of flow of electric charges. So we can write this. The SI unit of electric current, SI unit of electric current is ampere. Ampere. How can we derive this? See here in this equation, if the SI unit of charge and SI unit of time be put here, we get the SI unit of electric current. We know that the SI unit of charge, SI unit of charge is Coulomb. And SI unit of time equal to second. So if we have the electric charge of 1 coulomb that can pass through the circuit during time 1 second, we get an electric current of 1 ampere. So I equal to SI unit of I means current equal to Coulomb by second, means Coulomb per second or Coulomb second inverse. It is nothing but the ampere. It is denoted by capital letter A. Now, what is Coulomb? I have just told you that it is the SI unit of electric charge. But what does it mean? Which charge, amount of charge is considered to be the 1 coulomb? We know that the basic unit of electric charges are the charges present on the electrons or protons. The magnitude of charges present on electrons and protons are same. They differ from each other in their positive and negative natures. Now, you already know that the electric current, electric charges present on each electron is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Means 1 electron has electric charge equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So what will be the value of charges equivalent to 1 coulomb? We can calculate it by adding the charges of 1 mole of electrons. So the electric charges possessed by 1 mole of electrons is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power 19 coulomb. That is, if we multiply the electric charges present on this with the number of electrons, we can calculate it like this. See here, the amount of electric charge possessed by 1 electron equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. It means 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb is equivalent to 1 electron. Therefore, 1 coulomb equal to 1 by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So, this is the number of electrons. If we solve this, it comes to be 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons. So, we come to the conclusion that the electric charges associated with 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons constitute the sum of electric charges 1 coulomb. So, this is a very large amount of current, 1 coulomb per second. In real practice, we may use a smaller units of electric current also. That is, what is 1 ampere? 1 ampere is the rate of flow of electric charges at 1 coulomb per second. Means, if there is a flow of 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons per second, then we say that the electric current of 1 ampere is passing through the circuit. So, 1 ampere equal to 1 coulomb per second. 1 coulomb per second. In order to express a smaller unit of electric current, we may write microampere. Microampere or 1 mu A. Microampere means 10 to the power 1 microampere. 1 microampere means 10 to the power minus 6 ampere. 10 to the power minus 6 ampere. This is the smaller unit of electric current. Another unit may be milliampere. It is somewhat bigger than the microampere. So 1 milliampere equal to 10 to the power minus 3 ampere. So these are the smaller units of electric current. After knowing the number of electrons passing through the circuit per unit time, we may calculate the strength of electric current, or if we have the strength of electric current as well as the time, we can find out the magnitude of charges passing through the circuit in a specified time. So, by using this formula, that is I equal to Q by T, if any two quantities are known, the third can be measured. Now, the electric potential and the potential difference, we have already discussed about this electric potential and potential difference. If there is a stationary charge, there is a potential about that. So how do we define electric potential? Electric potential is defined as the force around the intensity of field around a stationary charge. And how do we measure this? The electric potential at a particular point in the electric field is defined as the electrical work done on bringing the unit test charge, that is positive charge, from infinity to that point. If we have to bring a unit positive charge from infinity to a particular point away from a stationary charge, we say that it is the electric potential at that point. The potential difference between 2 points in the electric field is the difference in electrical work done on bringing the unit positive charge from infinity to first point and from infinity to the second point. Suppose that we want to have electric potential difference between point A and B in the electric field, then what will be the potential difference between A and B? Suppose the electrical work done on bringing the unit positive charge from infinity to A is VA, and that of from infinity to B is VB. Then the potential difference between point A and B will be VA minus VB. VA minus VB, where VA is the potential at point A and VB is the electric potential at point B. We may also define this potential difference as the electrical work done on bringing the unit positive charge from point A to B. If we bring the unit positive charge against the positive stationary charges, the work has to be done against the repulsive force. In this case, the work done is negative, and if the force is attractive, that is, if the unit positive charge is brought to from infinity to a negative charge, towards the negative charge, the work is done on the system, and in this case the work is positive. Now the potential difference between one point to another is the difference in the electrical work done on bringing the unit positive charge from one point to another. This is the potential difference. Now electric current depends on the potential difference. The magnitude of electric current depends on the potential difference between the 2 points. If the 2 stationary charges are connected together and electricity is allowed to pass through the conducting wire, as long as the potential difference between the 2 stationary charges are there, electric current pass through the wire. Otherwise, no current will flow. If both the charged bodies reach or attains the same electric potential, no charge will flow. So what is the driving force of the electric current? The driving force of electric current is the potential difference. The source of electric current in our practical life are either the electric supply or the electric cells or the battery. See here, for the simplicity, let us try to understand the potential difference between the positive and negative terminals of the cell. In dry cell, the potential difference between the positive and negative terminals is 1.5 volt. So if we connect positive and negative terminals, the current starts flowing through the wire, and the current will flow till the potential of both the terminals become equal, and in that case we say that cell gets discharged. Now we will study about the electric circuit in the next video, and the different elements of the electric circuit which are used to complete the circuit, but in our pen and paper it is very difficult to express the circuit in real way. So we can express the electric circuit with the standard symbols for the elements of the electric circuit. We will discuss about the particular symbol for different elements of the electric circuits, just like battery, cell, connecting wires, switch or in open state or in closed condition, bulbs, ammeter, voltmeter, and such other things, rheostat or the resistances. We will discuss this in the next video. Try to understand, and if you have any problem regarding this, you may comment on the comment box of this video. Thank you very much.